Hi, my name's Caitlin Robinson and today we're filming the Dugong challenge and today's date is the 13th of July 2022. Alright, Jacinta, so first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to run you through just a little bit of some information and everything. We'll go through a few guidelines. I'll run you through like the Dietary Habits Questionnaire, and from there I'll be able to determine if we need to refer you on to a dietitian or not.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
Awesome, that's right. So as a personal trainer, I can't personally write you up a meal plan. That's without I'm not qualified to do that, but I can refer you to someone who is.
Yeah.
Depending on how we go, answering your questions about your diet and your nutrition, lifestyle, and everything. Move right down. So I'll just run you through quickly. So there's 5 main healthy eating guidelines. All right. So the first one. So achieving a healthy weight. See. So the first one is just choosing a wide variety of nutritious foods. Trying to choose ones that are like less calorie dense, so ones that are more nutrient dense and also like lower in calories as well, rather than choosing ones that have more artificial sugars and saturated fats and everything like that in them as well.
Yeah.
So also consuming groups out of the 5 main food groups. So you've got vegetables, you've got fruits, you've got wheats and cereals, you've got dairy as well, and then meats like chicken, fish, like alternatives like if tofu for vegetarians and things like that. Alrighty, so next one is trying to limit intake of any additional like salts, saturated fats and everything, and artificial like sugars and things like that, like chips, soft drinks and things like that. Trying to limit those as much as you can, trying to replace them maybe with like apple juice, orange juice, like a glass a day. Trying not to go too overboard, and even just replacing things with water if you can.
Okay.
Trying to drink between 2 to 3 litres of water per day.
Yeah.
So the next one, so it's just encouraging and to promote breastfeeding as well. And the final one is if when preparing food, trying to making sure that you're caring for it and storing it safely, just so you doesn't prevent getting any diseases like salmonella. Just make sure you're not cross-contaminating. So cutting up raw chicken on a chopping board and then putting the vegetables on that same chopping board, trying to split them up so there's no cross-contamination or anything like that. Alrighty. So, how are you going in terms of physical activity wise?
I'd probably work out 4 times a night, 4 times a week.
Alright.
Do at least 30 minutes of cardio.
30 minutes? Alright, no, that's good. How are you finding that in terms of eating? Do you find you have a lot of energy, or do you find you're lacking a bit of energy in terms of your eating choices? And
probably lacking a bit of energy.
Lacking a bit of energy? Alright, no worries. So it is quite important to understand that physical activity and nutrition do come together quite they do have quite a large impact on each other. So obviously exercising more means you tend to get hungrier because you're burning a lot more calories, so you want to try and make sure that you are eating nutritious foods. And then also eating nutritious foods will obviously help in your fitness goals as well. So we're just going to run through a dietary questionnaire. Awesome. So what would you say your main dietary goal is? Are you wanting to just learn a bit more about foods? You want to try and get a bit more of an understanding on foods, or if you want to try and get a specific meal plan to help with your fitness goals?
Yeah, trying to get a specific thing to help. Yeah.
Do you have any special dietary requirements, like allergies or anything like that? Or you're not lactose intolerant or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Awesome. Alright, so we'll just go on to how I'm just going to ask you how many serves of each food group you eat per day. How many serves of vegetables would you say you would eat per day?
0.
No?
Probably. Yeah.
Alright, that's alright. All good. How many serves of fruit do you say you eat per day?
Pretty high.
Pretty high?
Yeah.
So around like 4 to 5 or 5 to 6?
Probably like 4 to 5.
4 to 5? Alright. Oops. Alright. How about in terms of breads and cereals, would you say?
Probably 2 to 3.
2 to 3?
Yeah.
Alright. How about dairy?
Probably 6 plus.
6 plus?
Yeah, 6 plus.
Alright. And lastly, just in terms of like meats and alternatives, how many servings would you say roughly?
Probably 4 to 5.
Around 4 to 5?
Yeah.
No worries. Alright, so with the next one, so it's just some discretionary choices, so foods that are a little bit more less nutritious.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read out them if you would usually eat these within just a given week.
Yeah.
Just say yes or just put a little dash next to them.
Okay.
Otherwise, just say no. So would you generally have like 2 scoops of ice cream within a week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, 2 slices of processed meats?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some sausages, like 2 sausages or
Yeah.
you would. Alright. Would you have like maybe like a snack size, like crackers or like potato chips?
Yeah.
2 to 3 biscuits, like plain biscuits.
Yep.
Yep. A donut.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chocolate.
Yes.
Yes. Can of soft drink.
Yeah.
Like a cake or a muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some hot chips.
Yeah.
Pie or pasty.
Yep.
Yep. Do you drink alcohol?
Yes.
That's all right. Would you say you would drink some wine throughout the week?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about light beer?
No.
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 Standard beer?
No.
No. All right. No worries. Alright, so put 10 plus serves in that one. So I would say from what you've given me, if you're wanting to get a specific meal plan to assist with your fitness goals, you will need to get a referral from a dietitian, just to further help with you on that one. But until we can get a dietitian to get in contact with you, there are some ways that you could help yourself as well, just so when you get a new meal plan from your dietitian, you're not automatically being thrown from like the deep end of what you're used to eating into something completely different. You might be able to slowly like wean yourself out of eating certain foods. So instead of eating maybe snacks, you could maybe change, like if you have dessert or anything, you might be like want to change them to like maybe a serving of fruit afterwards instead, because you're still getting a snack, but that way it's a little bit more nutritious rather than having biscuits or cakes or things like that as well. Also, if you tend more to go out more socially for lunches and things, you could also try meal prepping for the week. That way you know you have lunch already there, so you know what's in it, you know how the nutrition value of it, rather than going out for lunch, because that way you'd be spending money and you're not too sure exactly how many calories or anything what you're eating is. At least if you know you prepare it yourself, you're saving money and you also get a nutritious lunch as well. Alright, is there any area, like food group specifically, you would like to work on that you'd want to try and eat less of?
Probably dairy.
Dairy?
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
Cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Fan of cheese?
Yeah, I love cheese.
Alright, no worries. So we'll write some of these down there as well, and then when I send off the referral to the dietitian, I'll be able to give them a bit of a rundown of what you're after with that one as well. Alrighty, so in terms of discretionary choices, so what you mentioned before that you are eating, so it does include everything that we did mention as well. Like, it's also important like not to try and cut these out completely, because if you do try and cut these out, that can eventually lead to binge eating, and also cravings as well. So even if you're still just cutting out a few things, so even maybe choosing for the week, instead of, because you've got about 12 things here, instead of that, maybe choose 5 things that you can have within the week. That way you're not cutting yourself out completely. You're still getting a little bit, but you're just cutting down to not as many. But alright. Okay. Awesome. Let's put my name on. Alrighties, no worries. So I'll get working on your referrals to send off to your dietitian, and they should be in contact with you soon.
That's right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.